Am I mistaken, or did Ophelia, the Airbnb lady, never show her face on camera during the interview? She couldn't speak a word of English, and had someone translate the interview. What is interesting though is going back to her interview and listening to the details she gave. Many believe that Ophelia was paid off to give an account of seeing Jay. If she saw Jay walking, and he seemed fine, then that would corroborate Abe's statement that Jay left the Airbnb, and he was alive and fine. I can't get those initial statements of Abe's out of my head too. He said Jay came to the Airbnb alive, and he left alive. So, Ophelia would then be the person to corroborate that account. However, Ophelia has displayed some super dodgy behavior too. When Warren Slater wanted to talk to her, she went inside and closed the door, put up her hand to gesture that she didn't have anything to say to them. This says a lot to me. If she did see Jay that morning and had nothing to hide, why would she not speak to the family of a missing boy and answer any questions they had? That would be the right and decent thing to do. Anyway, back to Ophelia's interview. She said Jay had asked her twice that morning about what time the bus comes. She told him 10 both times, even once showing 10 fingers on her hands because of the language barrier. She said she was then going to take her car to Buena Vista, and as she was driving, she saw Jay walking about 1 kilometer to 1.5 kilometers away from the Airbnb. He was walking in the same direction as she was driving. So, I guess she didn't think to stop and offer him a lift, or offer some assistance. After all, he was a tourist in that area, and she knew the area better. Apparently after that she didn't see him again, and doesn't know if he took another road, turned back, or something happened to him on the way. What do you guys think? Was Ophelia paid off to say she saw Jay that morning? Take a listen to her interview.
She thinks she saw Jay trying to find his way back to his hotel.
On Monday morning, I was on my way home when a young man came up to me to ask me about the bus timetable. I told him that the next bus was at 10 a.m. Shortly after, he came back to me. Apparently, he didn't understand me due to the language barrier, and asked me again what time the next bus was due. I told him again that the next bus was at 10 a.m., pointing at him with the 10 fingers of my hand. After this conversation, I left to go home.
He was walking the wrong way.
I was going to take the car towards Buena Vista. And about 1 kilometer and a half from the house, I saw a guy walking in the same direction that I was going with the car, Buena Vista. And I thought to myself that it was the same guy who asked me the bus timetable. When I passed by him with the car, I could confirm that it was the same guy. After that, I didn't see him again. I don't know if he took another road, turned back, or something happened to him on the way.